Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and I want to take a little bit of a victory lap because I kind of called this happening. I definitely made a video mentioning this recently, but I upload like a billion videos that I don't know which video. But Yakuza 0 will be getting delisted here shortly. It'll be getting delisted on December the 8th, and if you've been kind of figuring out what these publishers have been doing, this is becoming more and more of a common occurrence where they'll take the opportunity to re-release a game with some improvements, with some additions and whatnot, but they'll always use that as a way to also delist the existing version and kind of artificially juice up the value of these existing games. And I'll talk about that and why they do it and other publishers that have done this. I'm not breaking new ground here. If you've been following along, you've probably picked up on this well. It's happened quite a lot, and Sega's done it quite often as well. But if you do want to pick up Yakuza 0, we've got the hookup on getting that discounted, and we'll go over some other Green Man Gaming deals at the end of this video because they've got the hookups on a lot of deals as a part of their Black Friday deals. But before we get to Yakuza 0 getting delisted, it is 51% off for $9.89 for a Steam key. It's one of the top sellers on Green Man Gaming right now, and it will be getting delisted forever on December the 8th, making the way for Yakuza 0 Director's Cut to be available. However, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut is going to release at $50. It's probably going to hold up in price for a little bit. I'm sure by a year from now, it'll be, 40, 50% off, but at that point, you trying to pay $25 for Yakuza 0? I don't think I am, so, I already have the game. I have the game on, multiple platforms, but the average person that doesn't own the game, ain't nobody trying to pay $25 for Yakuza 0. And it was noted, Yakuza 0 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Steam will no longer be available for new purchases from December the 8th onwards. Those who get Yakuza 0 by December the 8th, 8:30 Pacific time on December 8th can continue to download and play the game. So obviously, if you own the game, it'll be available to you in perpetuity. Those who get the digital version of Yakuza 0 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or Steam may also be able to upgrade to the digital version of Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. So they have just announced this. The game will have a upgrade path. It'll be $15. So if you buy Yakuza 0 right now for $9.89, you can pay $15 and get Yakuza 0 Director's Cut for essentially $24.89 instead of paying $50 for Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Again, nobody's trying to pay $50 for Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Even a year from now, when it is down to $25, I don't think it's going to be this hot item, but if for whatever reason you do want it, and it does have some improvements, it's got full English voice acting, it's got some new scenes, I believe a new minigame and a multiplayer component as well, but yeah, I still think, and I'll get on my tangent more, I don't think they should replace the original. Nevertheless, after that, it will be $50. Again, when the game comes out, if you don't own Yakuza 0, it'll be $50 to buy it. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut will also replace Yakuza 0 in the Yakuza Complete Series digital bundle available in the PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store, and Steam, and the Windows 10 versions of Yakuza 0 Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2 will no longer be available for purchase on the Microsoft Store, which nobody really cares about that. But nonetheless, by the way, Yakuza Kiwami is going to be a $1.99 upgrade, I believe, and then Kiwami 2 is going to be a free upgrade. I believe I got the pricing. Mainly, the Yakuza 0 one is the big one here because it's literally delisting a game, and this is something that it doesn't get a lot of attention, but I think at least it gives us a rationalization of why certain publishers are doing certain things. I don't think anybody was chomping at the bit for Horizon Zero Dawn to get a remastered release. However, them re-releasing Horizon Zero Dawn kind of artificially juiced up the price of this game, and not even artificially. They literally upped the price of Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation Store from $19.99 to $39.99. Add another $10 if you want the remastered version because it's this, it's new, so it's going to be $50. Yakuza 0, same thing is happening there. Sega's not new to this. They literally did it last year with Sonic X Shadow Generations, where the original Sonic Generations got delisted. Move over, here's Sonic X Shadow Generations. No longer can you buy the original, pay the premium for Sonic X Shadow Generations. And again, these are games I love. I love Yakuza 0, I love Sonic, and I love Sonic X Shadow. I love Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think the remaster is quite good. However, I am really not a fan of this trend that, we'll take the opportunity to delist this existing game, but we got this new version released for you. But yes, at the same time, this new version is, instead of Horizon Zero Dawn being readily available at the time on PC, let's just look at it from the PC landscape, available for $12.50 on sale, they wanted you to pay $50 for this remaster. Yes, they offer an upgrade, but you know, and you could say, oh, just be mindful of the games being delisted and whatnot. No, like, look, sure, I'll cover this. I have a channel. The average person is just going about their day. It's kind of a scumbag tactic in terms of a way to monetize existing games. And look, I get it. We all are trying to do things to make money. Certainly, I'm not excused from this either. I make content to make money, etc., etc. They make games to make money, but it's just like, yo, y'all are making a lot of money as it is, I feel. And Yakuza 0 is a game that I feel like there's so much historic significance to Yakuza 0 that the initial game, the original content, should be preserved on Steam. And yes, you can buy the game and it'll be there for you to download, but delisting it to make the director's cut available at $50 as well, not a cheap price point. And remember, this happened a long time ago as well with Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3 being delisted, and then make room for Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. But I feel like it's becoming more and more prevalent recently with issues like Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone getting remastered, and that kind of juicing up the value of Days Gone, at least on consoles, less so on PC. But yeah, it's just something I've noticed more and more so. And I just feel like it's something you should be mindful of when you are, especially in a digital landscape, when they do have so much power to do things like this. And, you know, they're going to try to get away with more and more. And bear in mind, it used to be that upgrades for various, you know, enhanced editions were $9.99. This upgrade's $14.99, and I get the idea, yo, there's some additional content and whatnot, but $15 for an upgrade on a game that you already own, and fundamentally, it is the same game. English voice acting is, like, great. I think that's a great addition, but ultimately, English voice acting should be in a game to open up that game to new users, not be a paid upgrade, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is, and Sega, I feel like, is notorious of this. I fully expect that at some point, Persona 3 Reload is going to get a complete edition release with the DLC baked in, when you can make the argument that DLC should have been there from the get-go, and they're going to re-release that game as well. And I believe Sega actually has come out and talked about people not buying games initially because it feels like all of their games get enhanced releases as well. I don't think Metaphor is going to get an enhanced release, but certainly Persona has historically gotten one. Yakuza is now getting one with Yakuza 0, and you know, it's not like Kiwami 3 is going to offer an upgrade from Yakuza 3 Remaster, which I kind of understand. Yakuza Kiwami 3 is more of a full-on remake. Director's Cut is not that. The Director's Cut is not a full-on remake, and I just think the idea of delisting an existing game to make way for a newer version of the game at a juiced-up price point, that's just a precedent that I think we should call out. And me calling it out isn't going to do anything, obviously. Nobody's going to give an F about it, and they're going to continue doing it. I'm just a small content creator, but at the very least, I'll make you guys aware about it, and I do feel like it's a topic worth covering. But nonetheless, especially on PC, where it's a closed ecosystem, or a little bit more of a closed ecosystem when you talk about digital-only games, at least on PlayStation, the physical copy of Yakuza 0 will persist to exist, and on, let's be honest, on PC, there's other ways to get these games. I'm not gonna tell you how, but there's other ways to get these games. That's all I'm saying. So in the reality, it's not really a closed system. A closed ecosystem isn't the right word, but I digress. I just don't want this precedent to continue gaining prominence because Sony's done it, and now Sega being very much doing it as well. And I don't see other publishers not looking at it and be like, hey, we could do that. Imagine, like, let's, for example, take an EA. EA, credit to them. They released Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You can still buy the original Mass Effect games on Steam. So I'm actually not going to throw EA under the bus because they've actually gone outside of this trend. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I thought this was a story worth bringing up amidst all my Black Friday coverage. But again, your thoughts down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.